What's going on, everybody? It is Michael Minelli, and I am hanging out with Rob at Front Row Live. Y'all better tune in.
What's up, guys? Rob here, Front Row Live Entertainment, hanging out here with Michael Minelli here at the Troubadour. And I was just talking to Anise, and it's an incredible sold out show. And the fact that you're a part of it, and this is like your first proper West Coast tour, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, honestly, I would say this is my first proper tour in general, to be honest with you. And I did a run with him on the East Coast, but it was a little scattered. This one, I'm front to back on there and on the the signs and everything, the promotional material. So it's new and super dope for me.
And it's cool because everybody dreams of playing here. Like, you look behind us, you look above us. There's like so much memorabilia of like bands that are like the biggest in the world that have gone through these like stages and these doors. For you, like being able to kind of go on these tours and hit these kind of venues, how does that impact your creative process? Like knowing that like this is gonna be you like headlining eventually.
I think for me,
More like soon, not eventually.
No, I love that. That's the energy I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. For me, I think it comes down to the fact that, when you go into these venues, you see the artists that have played here before, and you realize, like, at one point in their career, they were at my level, and they were performing here. And so just for me to put myself in their shoes and be like, I'm living in this moment for me like they lived in it for them, and I'm hoping to get to where they are now. So for me, it's just all about manifestation and just staying the course, staying busy, staying hungry, doing the best I can, and just, living up to this moment in this moment. Not focusing too far ahead and just living in the present time and being like, hey, the 700 people that are here tonight, I want to give them the best performance that they've ever seen in their lives.
Now, for me, TikTok was the introduction to your music. The videos you were doing, going to the supermarket, going anywhere, like you were performing in front of people, like you were ready to perform for people, and that's what we see on your TikToks. And so I'm curious, like, how did that kind of help you catapult into like being a full-blown artist, and let alone like even the creative process, like just because you get to experience these different videos that you create?
I think for me, it allowed me to showcase my true personality. I won't lie, like in the beginning, I was really just trying to be, the artist, like behind the camera, and not really be too focused and be serious. And in real life, I'm a clown. You know what I mean? Like, I joke around. I like to have a good time. I mess with all these dudes, I just like to have fun. And so one day it just kind of clicked for me, talking to some of my closest friends and like peers. They were like, Mike, just be you. Be the person you are off camera, on camera. And so one thing about me is that I really am never that nervous. Like, I don't, peer pressure, like social settings don't bother me. Like, I'm gonna do what I do no matter what, and if you want to judge me, that's on you. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna sleep good at night. Exactly. So for me, it was like, hey, I love to sing, I love to make people's day, and why not go out and do that and show people like, hey, you can have a good time. You could be talented and still have a good time and have fun. So for me, that it was just about blending a bunch of different elements, my talent with my natural, like, just joking side, and just having a good time and getting people's reactions. And a lot of people at the end of those videos, they're like, we've never been a part of something like that. Like, that really made our day. And to me, that's what I love to do. I like to touch people's lives and trigger emotions that if they're having a bad day, hey, you really warmed up my day because of that. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. No, so I always enjoy watching them, and that's the cool thing, because I feel like it's even better like when you like you said, like you're a part of it, or you have those people being a part of it. Now, right now on this tour, right now you're here in LA, but it was like great timing because new single dropped yesterday, Birds and Bees. And talk to me about this creative process, and like how different is your creative process? Like how do you see yourself evolving as a songwriter and also as an artist?
For me, it time management is so important now, because where in the beginning of your career, you have all the time in the world to create because that's all you're supposed to be doing, and that's what you're trying to get out there. But as you grow, now you have to market yourself, so you have to be a personality, and you have to be your own businessman, because you can't afford to pay people that, so you become a man of many hats. So for me, time management has really become my biggest point. Is when I feel like I want to create, that's when I create. I don't force the creative moment. You know what I mean? So it's like some days I'm like, hey, I'm going to go out and shoot 10 TikToks today. That's what I'm doing today. And some days I'm like, you know what? I woke up and I'm supposed to be going to do that, but I really want to write and I'm going to do that. So I trust my energy. I trust what is, you know what I mean? Like what my body's telling me, what my mind's telling me. And, you know, I've definitely gotten a lot more efficient in my music. And I think that comes with confidence. You know, a lot of days, and this is just me being dead real, as an up and coming artist, a lot of times we get in our heads. You know what I mean? And there's days where you be like, what am I even writing this song for? Yeah. Where is this going to go? Who's going to hear it? Is it going to do anything for me? Or do I have to go do something to figure out how to pay my bills? Yeah. You know what I mean? Or how can I take care of the people around me? So as you grow, your confidence grows. And now you start seeing all the different avenues of how you can provide for your family and the people around you. And so for me, that's what it comes down to, is like, now I have that confidence. So it's great.
And that's good that you're learning that now. I feel like so many artists get kind of too involved in that process of making it and putting these shows and pay to play and promoting and all this stuff, that they forget like what it's like to actually focus on your craft. And then it shows when they release new music. It's not as I wouldn't say original, but it's not really you. It's not as true. Yeah. So with this track in particular, take me into the studio. Like, what was that writing process, and what kind of kickstarted the writing process for it?
Well, so shout out to Johnny Two Phones. That's a really dope artist and a good friend of mine. We connected. Honestly, I think it was through a niece. Like, you know, he followed a niece. He saw me on the page. You know, we connected from there, and we're
sliding through the DMs. That's what it is.
You know, a lot of these connections come through, you know, Instagram and TikTok, and those. And someone said that to me a long time ago, and it's so true. Is like true connect. Like a manager can talk to their manager and try and work it, but the realest and rawest relationships come from artist to artist. Yeah. You know, so. We connected, and I was like, bro, I'd love to do a record with you. And he was like, yo, I'm with it. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll come to you. So, you know, he's from Troy, New York, and I went up there, and we got in the studio one day. And actually, it's funny, we were working on a different record. And we did the hook for the record, and I think I had like an hour left in the studio with him. And how I like to work is I like put a beat on, put me in the booth, and let me sing melodies and let me just get ideas out, because normally my first melody or first idea is really the one that I like to ride with. Right. And we put on one beat, and it was like cool. We got some stuff, but it wasn't like anything, you know, to write home about. And then he put this beat on, and it literally was the first line. Like, girl, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. And I remember looking out the window, and I saw Johnny's head pop up over the computer. He was like, and I was like, yo, that's it. So we just ran with that and just wrote the hook, and he went in there, and, dude, he's crazy. He freestyled his verse, like, you know, just bar for bar, and just started going in, never wrote anything down. I took it home, finished it up, and, you know, here we are. Now we got a record together that came out, and it's being well received, and I'm really proud of it. You know, that's the thing, is I take a lot of pride in my craft. Yeah. I really do. And going back to what you said about, you know, these artists not being prepared, for me, it's like I've always been over prepared. I'm a workhorse, and I just love, and I never want to look like I'm unprepared. Right. So I make sure that I put and I really love this. You know what I mean? Like, I really love music.
You could tell, like, even just on the TikTok videos, you could tell, like, there's passion in it. It's not just like, let me make a quick buck.
I'm a passionate dude, so there's nothing I can do if I'm not passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from the soul for me. So it's like, if you hear me singing it, chances are I wrote it, and it's coming from a place that's true, authentic, you know, and emotional, and just me exposing myself. And that's how I do it, man. It's really like, I really, really care about music. And I think too many people today are caught up on the moment and the camera and the lights. And for me, it's more so about, yo, how can I provide people with something that might help them through depression, help them through the loss of a family member, help them through a bad relationship. You know, that's what it was like for me growing up. You know, I turned to music as my outlet and as my therapy. And so I want to give that back to people, you know, and help them the same way it helped me.
Yeah. Well, dude, keep doing what you're doing. Stay true and humble, because I mean, I always love that. I hate seeing like a new artist and then watching them blow up and it's a completely different person. So
You won't
just
get
stay
that
true
from
to
me.
yourself.
Yeah, nah, I'm here. This is me. You're gonna get me always. That's one thing. I'm always unapologetically, authentically myself. And that's what it is, bro. So anytime you want to talk, I'm happy we were able to talk. If y'all know, this is a last minute. I caught him out the door, and he came back in. He's a real one. And I just want to say, man, thank y'all so much, and appreciate the support. And I'm happy we were able to do it.
Absolutely. Can't wait for more music from you, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. You guys be sure to check out Michael Minelli. He's on tour right now. New singles out now. Head over to his TikTok because that shit is like full of great stuff. There we go.
What you waiting for? Get over there. Come on. TikTok at Mr. Minelli. MrMinelli. I'll see y'all there.
Woo! Thanks for watching our Front Row Live.